G'day guys, welcome to my RX Flyers VT video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Hyundai Aleague for week 19's predictions for 2020 guys, so let's get started. So the first match of this round we see the Adelaide United going up against the Central Coast Mariners. Really what I can say about this match is I like how the way Adelaide United are, but it's just how the way it brought to my attention that it's a couple of really bad things about like Adelaide United. Sometimes they lose a match, but then they don't really win a couple of games. But it's really how the way if you want to improve your attack and skills. But I'm just going to say that, for instance, right now, if Central Coast Mariners can obviously win a game, I'll be definitely happy. But I'm not too sure because sometimes they lose a match, they obviously do. And I'm going to say that I'm really going to regret this, but I'm going to say that if Adelaide United are really going to basically win a game, I'll be very happy. But so I'm definitely going to go with this one, and I'm going to go with Adelaide United on this one. So I reckon it's just because I don't think that Central Coast Mariners will probably get the win here, because going up against Adelaide United, one of the best teams I'd say in the comp, I reckon. And really, for instance though, first thing up against Adelaide United, I don't think they'll win a game for the Central Coast Mariners. And right now, I'm just going to say that I'm going to go with 2-0, and I'm basically saying that I'm going to go with Adelaide United, so I'm going to say 2-0 for this scoreline. And I recommend if they obviously win this game, I'll be very happy. But I reckon that if this game is going to be a very good game, I'd say Adelaide United will basically win any game, I'd say. But as long as that, if they obviously do, I'll be very happy. But then unless if Central Coast Mariners basically upset the Adelaide United, I'm definitely going to go with the Adelaide United on this one, and I'm going to go with 2-0. The next game of this round, we see the Wellington Phoenix going up against the Melbourne City. Okay, now really what I can say about this match is I like how the way Wellington Phoenix is, but it's not very good to see Wellington Phoenix obviously lose a match and then obviously win a match, and then eventually it gets very harder for them. And I just think how the way it's going to bring to my attention, it's not really that good at all to see this match coming to an actual end of them. But then going up against the Melbourne City, it's going to be very hard for them to basically cooperate. But this one's going to be harder because Wellington Phoenix are a very good team. Melbourne City are a very good team because they're coming second on the ladder behind Sydney FC. I think this match is going to be an absolutely great match, and I just think if Wellington Phoenix is probably going to say win a couple of games, I just don't think they'll win up against Melbourne City. But then I don't know if Melbourne City are going to obviously get this win, but you got Jake McLaren in there, which he basically win a couple of games, but he scores a couple of goals, which I really like. And then obviously you get a couple of these matches really that are just very cool for them. But I recommend that I'm going to go with let's say I'm going to go with the Melbourne City on this one, and I'm going to go with 3-1 on this one. And I just think they'll win against the Wellington Phoenix, but I just think that if they do, I'll be very happy because it is Australian and they're versing against the New Zealand side, so I'm going to go with this club. And I reckon Jake McLaren is going to score 3 goals, or actually 2. And I recommend that I think Wellington Phoenix will only score 1 anyway. The next game of this round, we see the Western Sydney Wanderers going up against the Newcastle Jets. Okay, so really what I can say about this match is it's going to be very hard for Newcastle Jets because they only won 1 up against the Central Coast Mariners 4-3. I'm not too sure about Western Sydney Wanderers because it's just going to bring a very crucial game to Western Sydney Wanderers, since like they always win a couple of matches. But then I like how the way Western Sydney Wanderers are, because they're a very good team, and it's just brings to my attention that sometimes if you want to win a couple of games, you've got to be much cooperative than before. And I don't like how the way Newcastle Jets always lose a game, because going up against like Sydney FC, I recommend they'll probably definitely lose a game up against like, that club. And really, what I can say about this match is I like how the way that Western Sydney Wanderers are, because they are a very good quality club, and Western Sydney Wanderers can absolutely upset anyone, I reckon. And I recommend if this club can absolutely upset this club, I recommend they'll probably upset like the Newcastle Jets anyway, and I'll probably beat them, I'd say like a couple points anyway. But then really what I can say about this match is I'm not too sure on this game, and I'm going to go with the Western Sydney Wanderers on this one, and I'm going to go with 3-0, and I just think they'll beat the Newcastle Jets. Unless the Newcastle Jets can fire back, I reckon Western Sydney Wanderers will definitely win this game 3-0, and I just think how the way it's going to go, it's going to really like upset the Newcastle Jets, and I just think if they do, they'll basically win, and they'll basically have a lot more attention anyway. And finally, the next game of this round, we see the Western United going up against the Brisbane Roar. Really what I can say about this match is I like how the way Western United are, but it really depends on how the way you want to play football. But Bessa Barisha is a very good player, which I'm really interested in. And really he just whinges a lot, but then he basically brings to that quality formation, and he basically brings that team a very good win, and he's more experienced than any other player in the basically like team. And for this like club, I really like them because they were a new team, and they basically come when I think they were brought into that Hyundai Aleague, I think around 2019, I'd say, or yeah, like I think last year. But also too, Brisbane Roar are a very good club. I like how the way they have that energy, that enthusiasm, and that cooperation. You got to have that if you want to win a couple of games, and you got to have that talking to players if you want to communicate very well and also scoring goals. But if you do, you're basically going to win a match, and if you don't, you're going to lose a match, and you don't want that. So then at the moment, I just think that I'm going to go with Western United on this one, and I'm going to go with 2-0. I just think how the way it's going to go, I reckon it'll be a low scoring match, and I just think that Brisbane Roar will have that attention and have that fight, and I recommend they'll probably lose, let's say like that match, and Brisbane Roar will probably like lose the match anyway, but then I reckon that Western United will win 2-0 anyway. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. I will be doing a couple of videos coming to you guys soon. Also, I'll be doing more videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for more. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Until then, take care guys, stay safe, and have a good one.